We're going to continue with our overview of network security, and we're going to discuss some common network threats. Now, like with anything in computer networking, there's several different types of attacks on a network. These can range from everything from a denial of service or an electronic attack from people that are in other cities or even other countries, to people walking into your facilities and trying to walk out with your network equipment and your servers. And we're going to discuss some broad categories of network threats and network attacks. Now, obviously, this is not meant to be a comprehensive overview of network security, but it's enough to get you thinking about the steps you need to take to secure your network and some of the potential shortcomings in your current network security model. So the first type of attack we're going to talk about is a denial of service or a distributed denial of service attack. Now, I have a very simple diagram over here on the right, and if you've never actually heard of a denial of service attack, or maybe you've heard of it and you're not exactly clear on what it is precisely, then this should serve to help you out some. Essentially, we're the victim in all of this. We are the network that is getting attacked through this denial of service attack. You have the attacker, which harnesses several zombie computers, and these may not necessarily be unknowing zombies. It could be an anonymous type of attack where, hey, let's try to take down Bank of America, which they tried to do here recently. And so we'll all sign up and run this client on our computer, and we will let this attacker and these handlers tell the zombie computers where to attack. Now, this type of attack used to be pretty uncommon, but with the advent of ubiquitous broadband everywhere, it's becoming more common. Again, it's kind of hard to do a denial of service attack when you have a dial-up connection or an ISDN connection, but now that broadband connections in the home are getting so high speed, 10, 15, 20 megabit, it's very easy to take just a very few computers and completely overwhelm an internet presence. Now, with these few computers, the attacker floods your network with traffic, just garbage traffic. It could be legitimate web requests, it could be just trash on the wire, it could be anything. And the net effect of this is that it consumes CPU and bandwidth on your routers and your servers and your switches and your workstations if it gets down to your workstations. It prevents legitimate traffic from making it across your network. For example, if someone's going to run a DDoS attack against a website, then you have 5 million machines all making web requests of the same web server. The web server will fall over from the load. Or if the web server can keep up with the load, then you may consume all of the bandwidth resources or all of the CPU resources in the router, having to keep track of all of those connection states. Now, to be honest, a denial of service attack is not really a major security concern, but it is a pain in the backside because your network is essentially shut down. Even if it's just your internet presence, most companies nowadays pretty much require an internet presence. I work for a mid-sized company. Obviously, we're not doing e-commerce with thousands of individual end users, but we do have clients of ours that connect through VPN connections to transfer files back and forth. And if someone was running a denial of service attack against our internet provider and consumed all of our internet bandwidth with just garbage traffic, then our clients wouldn't be able to connect to our network. To be honest, mitigating a denial of service attack is very difficult because, again, this traffic is coming not just from one or two computers, but from thousands of computers. And so you can go into your router and you can create access lists, but each one of those access lists that deny the traffic will consume CPU resources on the router. Again, pretty much the only way to survive a DDoS attack is just to wait it out, and that's not really the best scenario most of the time. But if you have a truly widespread damaging denial of service attack, there's not really much you can do to prevent it. So that covers DDoS. We'll pick up with our other common network threats in the next video.